Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne back to do your bonus read. I thought I'd just like a bit of a change of deck, and I was having a look at some. I need to go through my decks because a lot of my decks I don't really use a whole lot, and I found the Gothic Tarot. So I thought we'll do a reading with the Gothic Tarot, but they're all over the place, so I don't know what I did with them. I must have had Nine of Cups jumping out there, which is very nice. Beautiful. Wish coming true for somebody out there. Alright, so I want to say firstly thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I'm hoping by using a different deck we get a completely different reading to the What's Cracking, although I cannot promise because, as you know, sometimes the cards just repeat. Okay, at least they're all in the right way now. I must have had fun with them last time. They're really nice to shuffle this deck too, but they're quite dark, so you can't see them as well as I'd like you to be able to. They are by Anne Stokes, so who did the books, the vampire books. Alrighty, let's see what they have to say for us today. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles coming straight out, which is quite interesting because that did come up in the What's Cracking read. The Two of Pentacles is a card that talks about making a decision. And it's very often making a decision that's either hard to make because both options are really good, or you're trying to discern whether it's better to go with your head over your heart. So, for example, if you fell in love with someone that you really felt that you couldn't be with, do you then go ahead and, you know, make something out of that, have a relationship out of that, or do you just step back? Those are the sort of decisions that the Two of Pentacles is talking about making, where both options are equally as attractive, but you're not really sure where to go. So behind that, I don't know what that was really weird. We have the Three of Swords. So what I want to say to you is it's possible that this particular decision could cause some sort of heartbreak or hurt. The Three of Swords is often seen as the third person in a relationship, so you could be dealing with someone who's married after I've just said that for this card. Where you're making a decision as to whether you step out of that person's life or whether you know, push forward and have an affair or whatever you do, but that is the decision you're trying to make here. Whatever it is, it's going to cause heartbreak. I have a hair there. It's so weird. And then I have the High Priestess, again a repeating card. So we're being told that not everything is visible in this situation. Not everything is clear to see. The universe has a far bigger plan ahead of you, and it's sort of showing me a chessboard. So it's like the universe is trying to move the chess pieces around to get them into the right place, but at the moment you're just in a bit of a holding pattern or waiting for something to happen here. I do have the Death card in reverse, so I'll read the reversals today because they're in the deck. So the Death card in reverse, the Death card in its upright state would talk of well, the Ace of Swords is behind that, which is absolutely beautiful. So the Death card in this position talks about transformation. It talks about us going through a period of transformation or healing, which I feel that we are at the moment anyway, because everybody feels a little stuck, including moi. So this is about being stuck in some sort of position. But when it's reversed like this, you've either come through the other side of that or you're resisting it. Whichever way it is, it's taking time. But what I want to say to you is on the other side of this is the Ace of Swords, which means there is a brand new truth ready to be revealed here once the decision is made. But it may not be a decision that you know what it is yet. It could be that the decision is still pending because the universe does that, right? Okay, so the first card we have out is the Four of Cups. So it seems to be a little bit of repetition, but it feels like quite a different energy. So the Four of Cups talks of having a cup offered to you that you're not really sure you want to take. Now, it can be because you have had lots of cups that look like that before, so another cup that offers you the same thing may not be right. So it may be that you're being offered a relationship that, you know, doesn't have a promise or doesn't have something attached to it that you want in the future. So you've refused that cup as it is. Seven of Wands coming out here, defensive energy, again repeating cards here. The Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground. So some of you have been offered something here that isn't quite what you want. it isn't what you want, and now you're standing your ground and saying, I don't want that cup. This is the sort of cup I want. Okay, very interesting. The Nine of Cups came out again too. So the Nine of Cups, of course, is the wish card. So this talks about wishes coming in. You can see where this reading is going. Six of Pentacles. So some of you are waiting for a relationship to come in that is equally balanced, equal give and take. Something that both people are invested in. This is definitely about love, this reading. So if it's not love you want to hear about, this reading is not for you. This is about maybe not accepting what you've been offered because it doesn't measure up to what you think that you deserve or what you value. So actually pushing back on somebody to offer you something more. The Moon card is coming out here. Isn't that beautiful card? Look at that. The Moon card does talk about things not being seen yet, and there was a strong feeling of that too in the What's Cracking read, where the universe has got something planned but you haven't been privy to it yet. It's like you're waiting for the outcome here. So you may be in a bit of a holding pattern because the universe is sort of waiting for you to heal or waiting for someone to make decisions here. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles is coming out next. So I feel like you do have someone who wants to work on something, definitely, without a doubt. But not everything is clear and easy. And then we have the Sun coming out here. So the Sun, isn't that a beautiful card? The Sun talks about, and it's funny because what I have here is the Moon sitting here on top of the Four of Cups, but I have the Sun sitting on the Nine of Cups. And in between that, I have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So what I want to say to you here is this is a time of waiting, not defending. It's allowing. It's about not pushing back, not trying to control, just allowing the universe to move this along. Okay, Six of Swords coming out here. In order for this to move forward, someone has to move away from something that's holding them back. Very, very clear here. And the Justice card is here. So this is quite karmic. There's unfinished business here. There's something has to happen here in order for this whole situation to move forward. Wow, very interesting. Because the Knight of Swords is coming out in here. So that says to me that a truth has to be told. Somebody has to realize a truth. Realize in order for this to move forward, someone has to come to an awareness here of how this needs to move forward. And I don't think they know how to do that yet with this Moon here. But the Sun is shining here and the Nine of Cups is here. So it's going to go in the right direction. But when I look at this, I think because of the Justice card, there is a process that needs to happen here in order for someone to realize this truth. So to me, it looks like someone's offered something that isn't quite right for you, or vice versa. Maybe you've offered something to somebody else that doesn't fit their ideal of what they think their world should look like. So there's something that has to happen now in order for this to move forward. But to me, with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, there's a definite feeling, and the Six of Pentacles, definite feeling that both parties want to move forward. But it's a matter of both parties being able to commit to the same thing. But with the Moon on one side and the Sun on the other, I'm thinking something's shining a light on here, especially with the Justice and the Nine of Cups sitting quite out front here. I just want to put another card on the Knight of Swords. The World. Okay, so again, a cycle has to be closed out before this can move forward. Okay, universe, making your point clear. We're all in a holding pattern at the moment while everybody makes their mind up what way to go, and none of us can do that until we've been through the healing that's required. So you can't force the issue. It's still trying to take shape here. Very, very... Oh, the medicine wheels come in, which is the same as the World. So that's really interesting. Definitely getting a very direct message here this morning. Hang on a sec, let me just pull it out a little bit. So the medicine wheel. To manifest clear blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being. Enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you are still clinging to events from the past. Continue to the west and notice which relationships are toxic and drain your energy. Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion and show it? End at the east direction, visualizing how you want to live the next chapter of your life. It's up to you how much time you spend in each direction, minutes, days, or months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. So I really feel that this world card here is talking about letting go of the past, letting go of negative energy, letting go to things you've clung on to, letting go of things that no longer serve you. There's a definite feeling here that we have a lesson in letting go of what no longer serves us. And that's come out with that medicine wheel as well. Have a great day, everyone.